Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup. This week, we've got a little bit short of a show, but some very interesting things to share with you. So first off, we're going to start in top news with KVD Beauty hiring essentially American royalty to promote their new eyeliners. It's their first campaign for a beauty brand ever. Next, we'll be talking about Kim Kardashian and how she is shutting down KKW Fragrance. She said why, but people are speculating that there may be another reason. There's also speculations about what the new brand name is going to be. And then finally, we have Dr. PawPaw, and they are trying to stand out in the market, but in a very unique and possibly disgusting way. We'll talk about it. Hang tight. We're getting into it right now. Before we get started with What's Up in Makeup this week, we do have a sponsor, and it is Blueland. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to my kitchen for another Blueland sponsorship. I am so excited to bring you another Blueland sponsorship because this is a brand that I genuinely use every single day and really, really love. For the past few years, I've been trying to focus on cutting down my carbon footprint, buying less makeup, less products in general, and especially trying to cut back on how much plastic I am using and throwing away, and even recycling, because we know that when we recycle something, it doesn't necessarily actually get recycled. One thing that's great about Blueland is there are no single-use plastics at all in their entire business model, from the bottles to the packaging to the shipping box. Nothing single use. Another thing that's great that I know is important to a lot of you is that all of Blueland's products are vegan and cruelty-free. They're also ammonia-free, chlorine-free, and paraben-free. Blueland products are also EPA certified, which means that they look at all of the ingredients and they make sure that everything is eco-friendly. They have very strict rules about what can be EPA certified, and I'm so happy that Blueland is. One thing I do not like about shopping for cleaner at the store is that you buy the plastic bottle, you use all of the cleaner, and then you either throw the bottle in the trash or you attempt to recycle it. But with Blueland, you don't have to deal with any of that. You always have cleaner on hand as long as you have your little tablets. And the tablets are way cheaper than what you get in the store when you're buying the bottle. So I would typically spend, $3, $4, $5 on a bottle of cleaner. But with this, you can see how big the bottles are. These tablets are only like $2. And if you buy them in bulk, they go down to, I think it's $1.55, which is ridiculous for this much cleaner. And it's so easy to do. All you do is fill up your Forever bottle with hot water, you drop in the tablet, you let it sit there, let the tablet dissolve. When the tablet's done dissolving, you just put in the pump and you close it up, and you don't even need to shake it. It's ready to use. This time I got the hand soap duo because this hand soap, I'm telling you, I own a marshmallow company called Mad Marshmallows, and I'm making marshmallows every single week for orders and for the farmer's market and everything. And I have never washed my hands so much as when I started my own food business. And when you're washing your hands constantly, it dries your hands out so bad, but this stuff does not dry my hands out. I have only been using Blueland hand soap since I started my business, and my hands are very, very grateful. If you would like to order your first kit with Blueland, not only is it less expensive than what you're probably buying at the grocery store, the clickable link down below will give you an additional 20% off, which is super exciting. I'm really thankful to Blueland for giving me that code to share with you. I do not make a commission off of that code. My deal with Blueland is done. So if you are interested, you just get that 20% off. I don't get a kickback from it. So thank you again to Blueland for sponsoring this video. I appreciate you oh so very much. It is really nice to be able to partner with brands that I genuinely believe in, so I can feel confident sharing it with you. And with that being said, it is time for What's Up in Makeup. All right, my friend, let's start with KVD Beauty. All right, so they have a new pencil liner coming out. You know that their liquid liner and Trooper is very, very popular. I think they want their pencil liners to be just as popular, and they're going to be using Paris Jackson to help promote the new products. If you are not familiar with Paris, she is a model, she's a singer, she's an actress, and she is Michael Jackson's daughter. Tara Loftus, she She is the KVD Beauty Global Vice President of Marketing and PR. She said about the partnership, quote, "Paris exemplifies so much of what KVD Beauty stands for: kindness, discovery, and individuality. We are so excited to be partnering with such an inspiring, powerful woman as our new brand ambassador and the face of tattoo pencil liner." Now, Paris said about the launch, quote, "As an artist, I was immediately drawn to KVD Beauty for their commitment to artistry and self-expression, both of which are huge parts of my personal identity. I also appreciate how the brand brings tattoos," she has a lot of tattoos, "and cosmetics together in a beautiful way. Paired with the fact that they're 100% vegan and cruelty-free, this partnership with KVD Beauty feels truly organic, and I cannot wait for all the exciting things to come." So this is the deal about the liner. KVD Beauty says it'll come in 10 shades. They're all matte. There's black, there's brown, there's violet, there's red, just a big range of colors. And it can be used on the upper lash line or the lower lash line, but they also said if you put it on your upper lash line, you can smudge it out and kind of make it like eyeshadow, but you have to move quickly because it does set and it does have a long lasting power. So you got to kind of go if you're going to use it as eyeshadow. Rollout at Sephora is April 11th and at Ulta on June 10th. They'll be $22 each. Deciem has been through a lot in their 9 years of existence. They started off as a little small company. They revolutionized skincare. Then there was all of the drama with their founder, Brandon Truex, and then his untimely death. Then they sold a majority stake of their business to Estee Lauder. I mean, it's just been a whirlwind of all kinds of stuff happening over at Deciem. So it doesn't surprise me that more things are happening with them. At this point, they are very successful, but they are shutting down 4 of their brands. Do not worry, The Ordinary and Nomad are staying, but some of their brands that are less popular, at least they seem to be less popular from my vision, are going. And those brands are HIF. I'm not sure if it's HIF or HIF, but that brand, Hylamide, Abnomaly, and the Chemistry brand, those are getting phased out. So if you like products from those brands, they are still in stock, but they're just not going to be restocked once they sell out. In an Instagram post, Kim Kardashian posted about the temporary shutting down of KKW Fragrance. And I will put up the Instagram post here so you can read the whole thing. Essentially, what I dialed it down to is that she is, quote unquote, starting a new chapter for the fragrance brand, similar to how she shut down KKW Beauty. KKW Beauty is on hiatus, but as they were going out, they had a huge sale. That's what's happening over at the fragrance site right now. Everything is 40% off, and as of filming, it seems like most everything was still in stock, and there's no guarantee that these fragrances will be coming back. So if you have your heart set on one, this might be the time to get it. So you read the post about why she says she's shutting down the brand, but a lot of people are speculating that the reason why is because of the W in KKW. If you're into pop culture news at all, you know about the very, very public split of Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, so it seems like she's probably wanting to make sure that that W gets taken off of her brand names. I thought this was interesting. So she said that what she's going to do when she brings everything back is she's going to have all of her beauty brands, any skincare, any makeup, any fragrances, all going to be housed on one website. And there is some speculation of what the name is going to be, and it seems most likely the name is going to be Skin or Skin by Kim. Those are the trademarks that she has filed for, but there is a possibility that she could also use Kimoji, she could also use True Reflection, or she could just use plain KK. She has fragrance trademarks for all of those names as well. I didn't see beauty trademarks under those as far as cosmetics or skincare, but for fragrances, those are possibilities. Unlike what we were seeing with Deciem and their shutting down of brands, it looks like the KKW fragrance site is going to shut down on May 1st, no matter what stock is left. So there is your fair warning. Have you ever tried a KKW fragrance? Is there something that I'm missing out on? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, if you've been around for a while, you know my dislike for EWG, the Environmental Working Group, because essentially what they seem to be doing from my perspective is building up the clean beauty market in order to profit off of it. They have memberships over on their page, and you can also become EWG certified, which I believe comes with a fee. Essentially, what it seems to me is that they are pushing fear-mongering, scaring customers into thinking that ingredients are dirty and bad for you so that they can promote brands that they may profit off of. The reason why we're talking about EWG is because they are very much in support of President Biden's budget that he has set for the FDA that he's proposed to Congress. According to the article listed down below, the bill would allow the FDA greater legislative authority to ensure the safety of cosmetics. But the question is the FDA going to listen to groups like the Environmental Working Group, or are they going to listen to the science and make sure the things that they recommend are science-backed and not industry-backed based on profits? Scott Faber, he is EWG's Senior Vice President of Government Affairs. He commented, quote, EWG applauds the Biden administration for making chemical safety a priority for the FDA. For too long, the FDA has let food and chemical companies decide whether toxic forever chemicals like PFAS or toxic metals like lead and arsenic are safe. And this is the gross part, is that PFAS in cosmetics, the amount that they put in cosmetics has not been found to be dangerous in humans. It just hasn't scientifically been found. There does need to be more research, but it hasn't been proven. They're presenting it as if it's fact. And arsenic and lead are not approved by the FDA. What those are contaminants that get into products by accident. So that whole statement is just incredibly misleading. EWG makes it sound like companies are just straight up evil, purposely putting toxic, harmful chemicals into their products to hurt people. I mean, this is not supernatural with the turducken sandwiches and leviathans and all. That's not real. And I feel like EWG tries to just make people think that brands are evil and they are good, that dichotomy, and it's just so messed up. There's no way to know at this point whether the FDA is going to take any extra budget that they might get from Congress in order to do good or just line the pockets of companies like EWG. We'll just have to wait and see. Now, it's really hard in the cosmetic space right now. It's very hard to stand out as different and to get customers to notice your products and want to purchase them. So I get where brands are coming from, totally 100%. But this is what's happening. Dr. PawPaw is coming out with some new flavors of their lip balm, but they're super freaking weird. I can't say I've ever seen a company go for sandwich flavors as an inspiration for lip balms, but I guess there's a first for everything. The new flavors are, well, one of them sounds okay. Tangy tomato, Moorish yeast extract, which I'm thinking is like Vegemite, and then nutty peanut. Like, I get nutty peanut, but yeast extract and tangy tomato, like what? I mean, I guess there's savory lovers everywhere. Not everybody likes sweets, so maybe this will be a good thing. I just know I tasted Vegemite once. In my early days of YouTube, I was friends with an Australian YouTuber, and he sent me Vegemite, and it was one of the most disgusting things I had personally ever tasted, but I think it's because I didn't grow up eating it. But maybe there is a market for this, and Dr. PawPaw does have a huge European market. It's not really as big in the US, so maybe it'll hit there. I don't know. If you're interested in them, you can go ahead over to the Dr. PawPaw website now. They are for sale. All right, are you ready to get into the product report? I know I am. Let's go ahead and start with Lunar Beauty's new Nude Prism collection. There's the Nude Prism palette and the Nude Prism blush. I'm happy to see Mandy coming out with some natural eyeshadows and a natural face palette. I think that it'll sell really well. I mean, is it boring? Does it kind of look like Morphe? Yeah, but I think he put in some really neat touches with all of those shimmer shades. I think they look really pretty. I also like how he went like the peachy pink route with some of the shades instead of keeping them like more of a warm brown, like an orangey brown. They do look like nice spring palettes, but minus the pastels. I think they're gonna do really well. More indie brand news. Trixie Cosmetics launched blushes this past week. They are $16 each for the 5 shades of the Trixie sticks. Very cute name. And then there's also 3 pan blush palettes in 4 colorways. Those are $28 each. Before I started filming, only one of the blush palettes was sold out. Everything else was in stock, which is unusual for Trixie Cosmetics. Usually that stuff sells out really quickly. So if you're interested, hopefully it's still available. This is really pretty. Nomad Cosmetics released the Paradise Island palette, 18 shades, $44. I know it's another rainbow palette, but I do like the rainbow colors that they chose. They're not like just straight Crayola colors, if you know what I mean. Like they're not the typical, more primary colors. I really like what they picked, and it looks absolutely beautiful. The Instagram famous Farsali brand disappeared during the pandemic. They were having a lot of issues financially, but also the owner was having personal issues and decided to temporarily shut down the brand. If you were a fan of their products, Farsali is back. They are now selling the Rose Gold Elixir, the Unicorn Essence, and Skin Tune. I'm sure that they will be welcomed back with open arms to Instagram and people dripping them down their faces. ColourPop released a very cute collection in collaboration with Peeps, of course. 7 new Super Shock shadows and 2 lippy sticks inspired by Peeps. The full collection is $79, but of course they have them all individually. They are $8 each for each of the products, and they have other bundles as well. But if you're not into the bright colors, they also released a very interesting collection, at least to me. This is the Hold the Stone collection. There's 2 10-pan palettes, and what makes these different for ColourPop is they have their first cream shadow formula in them, and they say that the cream does not dry out. They also launched 4 Fresh Kiss lip creams. The collection is $58. The palettes individually are $16 each, and the lip creams are $8 each. I actually went in and I added some things to my cart, and then I exited out because I don't think I'd be able to get the review up in a timely manner, but I am really curious about these. Another thing I am very curious about indie brand wise is the Cleona Dragon Fruit collection. This is in collaboration with Emily Violet Marie. It's 2 highlighters, which end up being about $22 Canadian or about $17.60 USD each. Here are the swatches. They're absolutely gorgeous. Cleona is known for their multi-chromes, and these do not seem to disappoint. There's also a cosmetic bag and brush set. The bag by itself is $17 Canadian. Brushes are $40 Canadian. There's 5 eye brushes and a highlighter brush in the set. It does launch on April 27th. Cleona did say that they were going to send this to me in PR, so I will try it and I will let you know either in a PR or purchased in What's Up in Makeup or a full review. Haven't quite decided yet. I missed this last week, but it's really cool. This is the Artitude Cosmetics Painter's Paradise palette. There's mattes, metallics, neons, pastels, and duochromes. It's 16 water activated liners. Really looks like fun for someone that is really good at art. That's not me, but I imagine that there is definitely a market for this product. And before we hit Sephora, just one more thing, the Hourglass Phantom Volumizing Glossy Balm. It's something that Hourglass didn't have in their line, so it makes sense. Glossy balms are very in right now. They're $35 each, 8 shades. They say it is a 3-in-1 hybrid that hydrates like a lip balm, plumps for fuller looking lips, and delivers the high shine finish of a lip gloss. Before you buy them though, make sure you take a look at the swatches on the website. Some of them look very, very similar. So for me, I wouldn't want more than maybe 1 or 2 of these if I was going to purchase them, but just make sure because they do on the models look pretty similar. Now moving over to Sephora, we talked about this launch last week, but it's now at Sephora. Melt has launched the Gemini and Gemini 2 palettes over there now. They're $58 each. Not a whole lot happening at Sephora. I will show you this because it is pretty. This is the Tom Ford Soleil Eye and Cheek palette, $84. Better be pretty for that price tag. It's really pretty, but that's expensive. And giving Refy some credit, they're a relatively new brand, and I'm very curious about this product. This is their lip collection. You can buy them all in a collection or you can get them separately. So there is Lip Sculpt, which is a liner setter set, $24. There's 6 shades. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to put on the lip liner and then you're supposed to put on the setter. So I would imagine it kind of turns it into like a liquid lipstick. lipstick because the other product is a lip gloss. So if you wanted something more shiny, I guess you would use that. I don't know, but at least it's something different, you know? They're trying something new and I really appreciate that. Over at Ulta, just 2 brands launching things that are mildly interesting. We have from Flower Beauty quite a few products. The Perfect Pout Sculpting Lip Liner, $9.99, does come in 8 shades. It does have an angled tip, which I don't know if I've seen much in lip liners, so good for them for doing something a little different. Then we have the Chrome Crush Pressed Pigments. Those are $12.49, 6 shades. They kind of look like L'Oreal Infallibles to me, which I do not hate because I haven't used L'Oreal Infallibles in a long time, but I remember really liking most of those formulas, not all of them, but most of them. They were huge back when I started my YouTube channel. The description says they can be used alone or as toppers, so that to me is code for that they are sheer. So take that as what you will. Then they have the Perfect Pout Soft Matte Lip Color, $9.99. That does come in 8 shades. And I love the frosted bottle on this. It kind of reminds me of the Kaja lip product that we talked about last week. Just really, really pretty. Hopefully the formula inside is as good as well. And then we have the Spotlight Liquid Highlight, $12.99, 3 shades. It does have a sponge applicator, which is kind of interesting. You know, I just appreciate that Flower Beauty is trying to think a little bit out of the box and not just come out with something that everybody else is coming out with. And finally, just 2 products from I Heart Revolution. It's a tasty coconut collection. We have the Milk Serum Primer for $15 and then the Coconut Tasty Brow Oil, $7. They say it's to nourish your brows. Do brows need nourishment? I'm just wondering. I don't know. I legit don't know. But they say you are supposed to put it on at night before bed. I don't know. Something just is off to me about a coconut tasty brow oil. I don't know. Maybe the words are in the wrong place. Tasty brow oil. There's just something. No, that's a weird name. All right, let's talk PR purchase product of the week. Not a lot coming into my life this week, so let's talk about some things that I've been trying. I did just do the video on the products I purchased at Walmart, so I used some of those today. This is the CoverGirl and Olay Advanced Radiance Foundation. I feel like it accentuates my wrinkles. I don't know what's going on here. It's supposed to be Advanced Radiance Age Defying, and I feel like it makes me look older. I'm gonna keep playing with it though. I also used for my brows the Beauty by Sharon C. This is her drugstore brow pencil. I'm really liking the brow pencil part. That's what I used in my brows today. It's just a regular pencil tip there. But I'm kind of on the fence right now about the brow gel. It's kind of messy. And I don't know if the formula is just too wet in there. But again, I'm gonna keep playing with it. But the brow pencil, really loving that. On my eyes, the Be Mine palette by Sydney Grace. Freaking love this palette. I've been talking about it for a while, but I did want to show it to you again because it is still available as their Valentine's Day launch. I used most of the pink shades, all of these here, and then on my outer corner, I used this shade here. Lower lash line is this one, and this one, and this one. And it just goes on so beautifully. I just freaking love this palette. I can't stop using it. On my cheeks, the Koki blush. This was set in PR as well. This is the Soft Gradient Blush in Flushed. And then also I wanted to let you know that the Sigma Beauty new mod collection did launch. I used the brushes today. They're really nice. This multitasker brush is super fab. It's a little soft for a foundation brush. It's a little bendy, but I did use it for a foundation today and I liked the way that it worked and blended my foundation. But you can use this for all kinds of stuff, which I really like a lot. This is the palette that came out. They did release it early, so I wanted to let you know. It was supposed to launch on April 12th, but it is available now. Notable sales this week, just a few. IT Cosmetics 25% off friends and family. Melt Cosmetics 20% off. Site-wide, use code SHMOOD. 20. And then Laura Geller is having a really interesting sale. It's called the Midlife Celebration Sale. You can sign up on their website. You tell them how old you are, and they give you that percentage off. So if you're 54 years old, you're gonna get 54% off. I don't know if it's site-wide or if it's just off of one product. I'm not sure, but they do send out those emails on April 11th if you're interested in that. Oh, and one more, I just remembered the Sephora sale's still going on. I do have my Sephora sales recommendation video. I'll link it down below for you. And finally, our artist shout out of the week, we're gonna be talking about Brian, MUA from Canada. Oh my goodness, so talented. Let's go ahead and look at his first look. This one is called Spring is Coming, y'all. And it is so beautiful. I mean, you can tell that it does have some smoothing on it, but it is such a beautiful image. It is absolute art. I love how he left that one swipe of his skin natural, just really cool. And the details in the flowers, just so gorgeous. And the white speckles, I feel like that just brings it to a whole nother dimension. Second look is called Amethyst. I mean, just wow. My favorite part is how real the cracks look. They're really cool. And of course the jewels sticking out of his face and his shoulders. I mean, everything just complements the shape of his face and his neck and his shoulders so incredibly well. And then finally for the third look, I wanted to do something just a little bit different than what I've showed you so far. This was his NYX Canada Twisted World of Oz look. And my understanding is this was a series done by Mimi Choi for NYX. And people are always showing me Mimi Choi all the time. Mimi Choi is absolutely incredible. If you don't follow her, go follow her on Instagram. She's amazing. She did this for Halloween of 2021 and she had created a character called Hey Bae. And this is Brian's Hey Bae look. And I just love how he went with pretty on this. The highlight and the juicy lips and of course the stitches. The stitches just make it for me. They're kind of realistic, but not in a creepy way. I love it. I absolutely love it. There's so much incredible art over there. I love how Instagram is like visiting an art gallery for free. And I feel like Brian's account is just like that. So if you have not followed Brian, if you don't know him, I highly recommend you go check out his account. Link is down below. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching. And again, thank you to Blueland for sponsoring this video. And of course, thank you to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to be hanging out, talking about makeup. Hopefully you can join us. If you can't, it's no problem at all. It's very easy to find on the replay. Just go over to my channel page, click on my videos, and then click on the video titled Live Chat. Thank you so much for watching What's Up in Makeup. I appreciate it more than you could ever know. I mean, you have so many things that you could be watching right now, but you're watching What's Up in Makeup, and that just means the world to me. If you would like to hang out a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including last week's episode of What's Up in Makeup. It's gonna be right over there, but if you do need to go because you got stuff to do, no problem at all. Thank you so much for hanging out as long as you did, and love to you, and I will see you in a video very soon.